into the action.
Okay, Coach, we start this challenge off in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left on the clock. You're trailing by 4. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. As we get set here, 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And Sanders now to return. Fast footwork by Sanders. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So the Raiders now down on the scoreboard. A little under 2.5 to go. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on 1st down. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give them 32 on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. He's back to throw, and this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
A 10-play drive that time, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. One final try here for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
Okay, Coach, we jump into this challenge for the good stuff in the fourth quarter. And we're already at the 2-minute warning. It's been a tight game throughout, and it remains that way as we pick up the action in the fourth quarter. Here are the Raiders as they get set on 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to... .26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
Let's go, baby.
What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. A run with Ramsey out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, you came up short in this one, but no worries. Select replay challenge and go get that win. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and managed.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switches. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. From the gun on third down, Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Sanders. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
53 at the mic.
Now back to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's going to hit and he's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Robbie Anderson, 26 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Lux with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we start this challenge off in the 4th quarter with 4 minutes left on the clock. You're down 6. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Completes it to the fullback hand. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw here. He's got his man. This is Tate. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Sanders. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, this is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Yeah, the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
They'll have to be careful how they handle this. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. He completes it to Tate. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Walter Payton with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former 49er, Deion Sanders. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
65.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage as a rookie QB, what less. Here are the Raiders as they get set on 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey. 4 down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Robbie Anderson. 75 yards as his guys are back within a single score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Keenan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion. The field nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half, I mean, that just didn't happen. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run again with Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they have taken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because You don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
What's good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doctson. That'll bring up second down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Keenum going to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Here's Keenum to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Past the 20. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
Coach, this challenge begins in quarter number 4 with less than 4 minutes showing on the clock. You're trailing by 4. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25, and it's 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, they know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done. You don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes. If the opening's there, someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3, put that on the board, and try to extend the game.
They'll be trying to muster 3. Of course, they'd love the score to win it. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, he's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they...
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They would say, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They would say, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Low, time to bring the bass bird.
swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Do not get violent, ayy, cause he gave me patience. Ayy, swear that all makes sense. Ayy, when you making bands can make fans. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting.
hands together and I'm saying amen, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to. You see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish 'em. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Roll
one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to free? Designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't true. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Ready? Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. One twist.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Newton. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Hamilton. He's going to let this one go deep. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Hamilton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Looking to throw. Hamilton looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Hold.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Got the screen. 58's the money. 58's the money.
From the gun, Richards. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
How about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go,
there is a hush indeed. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on the first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator. Here we go, G. Here I come again. Here I come.
To throw on second down. Hamilton, he sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Okay, ready? Mark for 56. Check 56. Watch twist.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there, second down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback, at least have the illusion that you have a running game. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw. Hamilton. He's got Mason complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Off play action. Hamilton. He wants it all for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
On first down, Hamilton. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Kill. 80 weapons. Turn it up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. You got what? At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Looking to throw. Richards throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richards. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 43.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richards. He's got Smith here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Richards. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hamilton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 8, read. 56. Get that quarterback. Bravo. 56 to
2nd and 13. Throw left side complete. That's Newton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
60 Pittsburgh. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, switch gears. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. They run the counter. It's Stevenson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
56, right there, 56. I don't even know why this team showed up. Kill.
To throw on 2nd down. Hamilton. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw. Richards gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up, and McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And an update from a game going on out in Denver. The Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. And only able to a couple down to about the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready. 56. Check 56. And watch that. And watch the ball. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hamilton throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mason. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd down. Hamilton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Set, ready. 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie. Watch the pass. Ready.
from the gun on third down. Hamilton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. To get this drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
It's caught, Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Richards. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, watch the right. Watch the right. I got you. I got
you. To throw again. Richards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Richards. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richards. And that's complete to McCaffrey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Richards, complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up, taking it right down Broadway. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run, watch the run.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mason. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hamilton. Throwing left side. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Cincinnati.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
18 Gator. Go, Captain, let's go. We got this. Now.
Throwing on first down. Hamilton. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Looking to throw on second down. Richards firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
To throw on third down, Richards. The open man is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
On first down, it's Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Richards. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30. Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Hamilton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set 50, plant.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. his second touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Watch the flat, watch the flat.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Richards. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Richards. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and that's caught inside the 35. 33 yards that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Ready.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Three down.
Operating from the gun, Richards. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, Richards. And this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll run on 1st down. Lassiter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hamilton got his man complete over the middle. It's Newton. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Steps away. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Ready. 10 logo. 53's mine. Hey. Get it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting. Tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Richards. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Richards. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Raider first down, 17 yards. On first and 10, Richards. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lassiter, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game. Put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah.